Welcome back. Today we're replacing the timing chain on my Yamaha TDM900. Stay with me. Now you might notice here I've already removed the valve cover. If you don't know how to do that, I've got a video about that which you can check out here. Once you get to this stage, it is very, very important that you bring the engine to top dead center. If you don't know how to do that, you can check out this video here. I have removed the valve cover. My engine is on TDC, so let's carry on and do the other stuff. Next, we need to remove this oil pipe, the crankcase cover, but before we do all that, we need to drain the oil. If you don't know how to drain the oil or how to change the oil on the Yamaha TDM900, I've made a video about it, which you can check out here. I've already drained the oil, so I'll go ahead and remove the oil pipe and the crankcase cover. Now that we've got the crankcase cover off, what we need to do is we need to remove the oil pump sprocket. There's a circlip that holds it in place, so we need a pair of circlip pliers and remove the circlip first, and then we can pull the sprocket off, and then we need to remove the oil pump, and that will allow us to remove the timing chain from the crankshaft. Otherwise there is not enough space to pull the timing chain off the crankshaft. So we need a PH3 Phillips head screwdriver, and the 3 bolts we need to remove. And that should easily come off. See, that is the guide that prevents the timing chain from jumping off the crankshaft. Now we can go ahead and remove the timing chain. You might find it difficult to get it off the intake cam. That is because one of the intake cam sprocket bolts is in the way. It's just between the cylinder head and intake cam sprocket. The way to work around that is you take a 10mm socket and you turn the intake cam counterclockwise, and that will give you some extra clearance to take the timing chain off. Now we can drop it down into the engine block. This is a bit fiddly to remove. I think we might have to remove the other oil pump sprocket and housing as well. We need to feed the steel wire through the engine. It's down here. Hook our new timing chain onto the steel wire. And try and pull it through. Okay, and feed it onto the crankshaft gear. Once we got it onto the crankshaft gear, we need to apply tension to this side of the chain, which connects the crankshaft gear to the intake, the exhaust cam sprocket. also we need to make sure that our exhaust cam is in time. Just like that. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we are good on the exhaust side. Now the intake side. Remember, we've rotated this intake cam counterclockwise in able to get clearance so we can remove the chain. Now we need to do the exact reverse of that, which means we'll move the chain onto the other side so we clear the bolt, put a 10mm socket on here and turn the intake cam so it is on it's on TDC as well, and hook the chain onto it. And if you have a close look, the two timing marks are bang on parallel with the cylinder head edge, which is good, and it's exactly the same on the intake side. Unfortunately, I can't show you that because I can't get a good angle with the camera. So yeah, we've got the new timing chain on, our engine's in time. What we need to do next is we need to reinstall the oil pump, the crankcase cover on this side, the oil pipe and the timing chain tensioner. I'll start with reinstalling the oil pump. I'll reuse the old gasket because it's still in a very good condition and I don't have new ones. It's very important to tighten the oil pump bolts to the correct torque spec as specified in the service manual, which is 6 Newton meters. Now reinstall the sprocket. Before we put the crankcase cover back on, we need to make sure we clean off the old gasket material. To do that, I use a special method developed by me. It's always a good practice to replace the crankcase gaskets whenever you remove them, because I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up. You see, it's a little bit damaged. I've got a new gasket on order, but unfortunately the lead time is 3 to 4 weeks. So I'll have to make do with what I've got at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'll use some red RTV gasket maker as a temporary fix. And when I get the new gasket, I'll take the crankcase cover off again and replace it. So let me apply some RTV, wait a couple of minutes for it to partially set, and then we are going to install the crankcase cover. The RTV has partially set. Before we put the crankcase cover back on, we need to make sure that we put this dowel pin and oil seal back in here. Otherwise, our scavenge pump won't be able to push the oil back into the reservoir. So that's in, and let's put the crankcase cover back on. All these Allen bolts need to be torqued down to 12 Newton meters. Ah, you're still here. That's all I got for today. It wasn't the easiest job, but I hope it was straightforward. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on future content. Take care, and I'll see you in a bit. Lander out.